Hi guys, Luke Ursell here with 7-3 Fitness. I'm going to talk today about a certain postural issue I see with a lot of motocross riders. I see a lot of them walking around the paddock, especially in some of the faster guys and the professionals, spending so long in this kind of position, which we'll notice they call the attack position, elbows high, hinged at the hips. This is a good position to race the bike in, but you're always getting overstimulation of these back muscles here. Now what this can do is, this can really tighten up the lower erector spinae muscles, as well this hinged position here. This is going to cause these hip flexors here, psoas major, and we also have the iliacus there. These are also going to become quite tight. Now what this is going to do is, these muscles are going to be too tight, and it's going to rotate that pelvis forward, kind of like a little bit. If you look at my pelvis there, I'm going to rotate that forward, walking around what they call kind of a duck's arse, as you would. And what that's caused by is these overstimulated muscles becoming tight, lack of stretching. I mean, how many of you stretch after a motocross race? I'm guessing kind of not many. And also it's caused by these abdominals here not being strong enough to pull that pelvis back, and these hamstrings and glutes, they're also not strong enough to have that pelvis in its normal position. So just to recap, you can have these are tight, so it's going to pull down where these tight muscles are and up where these tight muscles are here, and that's going to cause this postural issue. Now we want to try and reverse that, so there's a few things you can do. Definitely stretch. I recommend, if anyone who's been trained by me or has been to any of my kind of classes, I spend a good time stretching and getting everything in line, and that's why we do it, to stop these postural issues. You can either, the few ways to stretch out, if you look at yoga, if you just search upward dog, where you kind of lay on your front and you're pushing up like that, that's going to get these hip flexors. Downward dog's going to be very good for these lower erector spinae muscles. A good one I can show you here. If you find a solid structure like this, put your hands, feet shoulder width apart, and drop that head, and you want to pull on that structure, and you should feel that lower back get a stretch in there. Chances are these are going to be quite tight, and these exercises are really going to, you're going to really feel it in these tight areas. The few other things you can do is strengthen the areas that need strengthening, so the lower abdominals, and you also want to strengthen the hamstrings and the glutes. So that will be lay on your back. Leg raisers will be a good one. I don't really, with my clients, I don't often do abdominal work on the floor. It doesn't translate over to a sports specific environment. However, with this, we just want to get them firing, get them strengthened up again, help them pull that pelvis and bring you out of what we call hyperlordosis. That's what we call this postural issue here. I see a lot of guys walking around with that. And that's caused just by this position that you have to be in on the motorcycle. It overstimulates these certain muscles. So the one other one you can do is literally just pelvic tilts. So as you would stand in the mirror, if you recognise that you have this problem, stand in the mirror, you see yourself like this, hands on the hips, and just try and rotate that pelvis back. Standing's fine. A lot of people like to do it lay on the floor. And the one other thing is strengthening that hamstrings. So straight leg deadlifts are a great one. Maybe you YouTube it. They're all out there. There'll be lots of instructional videos to go through proper procedure. Anything to do with that posterior chain, your kettlebell swings will really help kind of fire up them hamstrings. So let me know if it helps, guys, and thanks for watching.